Hello, I'm Mark Bunker, and this is the world-famous Celebrity Center in Hollywood, California. In what has become an annual tradition, critics have flown in from around the world to picket Scientology on L. Ron Hubbard's birthday. The majority of the protest took place on Saturday, and it was, as usual, a peaceful event.
Honk if you love Zeno.
On Sunday, 2 lone picketers returned to the Celebrity Center. I came along to videotape the proceedings, little realizing that I would soon become the center of attention. It was right here that the incident happened. I had my camera and I was shooting some lovely shots of this beautiful fountain, and I took half a step back, and there was this OSA guy who was standing right behind me. Well, let's take a look at the whole incident as it took place. Here you can see the footage that I was shooting. Picketer Don Knotts came up to me and said that we were heading out to lunch, so I started to back away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to do that.
All right. Sorry. Take it easy.
I'm sorry. You what?
See you in a bit. It's okay. Let's let the man do his job.
All right.
So we're back at half past.
The
right?
PD know that one of the individuals just bumped into me.
It was an enormous crime that you stood right behind me and I didn't see you.
It's called assault either way.
Assault.
You touched me.
I touched you and that's assault.
You touched me.
And what did I do to touch you?
Why don't you just keep going and leave me alone and don't harass me? You just
You're
touched
charging me with assault. I'd like to know why.
I didn't say that at all. I just reminded you that you
assault.
touched me. One could interpret that as an assault, that's all.
I see.
Why
The
don't
fact that I backed into you because I didn't know you would come up behind me.
Aggressively.
Aggressively. So Don Knotts convinces me to go to lunch, and this fellow who wanted to be left alone is now following us.
Yeah, if you follow us, you can tell your goons that you chased us off. You'll be very upset.
I just want to remind the attorneys that this individual bumped into me aggressively, which he also said he did.
Aggressively. I never said aggressively, buddy.
No, but you did agree you bumped into me.
Yes, I walked slowly and bumped into you because you stopped.
You're a large man. That was a lot of weight into me.
Yes, I'm a giant behemoth that bowled you over, didn't I? Knocked you to the ground. Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah. That's right. Why don't you just keep going?
It's known as, well, we don't have to, but
Okay.
it's GBB. It's grievous bodily bumping.
All right, San Diego, just call the PD and let the
out of here.
PD know that a large male, approximately 300 pounds, bumped into me rather aggressively. One individual bumped into me. He admitted he bumped into me. And
I said that I backed into you because you stopped behind me and I didn't know you were there. I slowly took a step backwards. So I'm sorry, you don't want my side of it on tape. I have your side of it, but you don't want to hear my side of it.
What's the problem?
He says that I assaulted him because I took one step backwards and he had walked up behind me. The police department will see the violence that was recorded when I accidentally took one step back and found you hiding behind me.
Elvis, is he stalking you? Are you being stalked? I don't know. He's a pretty big guy. He's taller and bigger than you are. I know that might be stalking. I know. I'll tell your attorney about it, man.
the police department are on their way if you guys care to hang out.
Well, we could show them the tape.
Right. But we'll be back at half past anyway.
No, if you guys care to hang out, the police department are coming right now.
That's really good. Well, I can understand why you'd be afraid that people would be intruding on your criminal cult and informing
My
them
chest
what
hurts a bit.
I can imagine.
From him, he bumped right into me. Look at him, he's a big guy.
You feeling interpolated?
No, just assaulted.
Oh, yeah, man. I'd try charges, shall we? What's your name?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, yes, it does. Well, maybe we should wait for the police to come because then you'll have to give them your name and we can get a copy of the report.
I don't think so.
Yeah. All right, man.
Don't worry, you'll get the name as soon as the police come.
All right. Well, we'll be back at half past, so we'll just see you then.
Hang tight.
Take it easy, brother. Let's do it.
Now, we were convinced that this fellow was bluffing, so we went off to lunch. When we finished our meal, we looked up, and there was our friend, and there was the police.
Either way, he bumped into me.
Right, I understand.
And then afterward, do that.
Well, I mean, this is about me, though.
Yeah, but don't.
I'd like to have a record. I mean, he's accusing me of something.
Well, we're just trying to
okay,
diffuse the situation.
yeah,
we're
but
just trying to like keep the
No, I
peace, you know,
appreciate that.
everything.
No, I understand that.
Antagonizing them by doing that.
You know, because like it's
The police didn't want me to film, so I pointed the camera toward the ground.
You know him?
Do I know him? He's also for Scientology.
You both are the church.
Oh, no, I'm not in the Church of Scientology.
So-
We're kind of protesting.
I know.
And they don't like to have us protest.
Okay, so you're a protester.
Yeah,
of that
we were
church.
just over by the Celebrity Center. A couple of guys were picketing, and I had the camera rolling just
You
to
were
tape the whole
picketing
thing.
the church itself.
we were picketing.
Right.
Well, we were pitching the Celebrity Center, and what happened? I can demonstrate for you, officer. It's pretty
Well,
straightforward.
he just told us that.
You can watch it.
Watch it on tape if you want to. What happened is, I was taping here. Okay. So I kind of bumped. I went, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there.
That's exactly what happened.
That was what happened. I mean, it was that forceful, and you can watch the whole incident on tape. So he accused us of accused me of assault.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he just told us what happened.
What was his version?
Same, just exactly what you said.
I believe it'd be non-grievous crypto bodily bumping. I believe would be the charge there, officer.
Believe it or not, I just took a call of that earlier today. Where I took a report. But the person said it was intentional, but he just said he told us what happened, which means it wasn't intentional. Well,
Sorry to make your time.
okay, hold on a second.
Wait right there. Not a problem.
Sure, we're okay.
No, I not yet.
Oh, okay.
So are you guys demonstrating outside their?
Yeah, the
facilities
guys
or something?
were picketing. We had a big picket yesterday because it was L. Ron Hubbard's birthday. And I'm kind of filming the event on behalf of the picketers. Two of the boys were over at... Boys, sorry about that. Two of the guys were over at the Celebrity Center today, and I was taking a shot and just took one step back, and he had come up behind me without announcing himself. I just stepped back and went, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were there. I apologize. And then he accused me of assault.
Okay.
But I mean, he put himself in the position of having me do that.
Okay. And did at any time did you try to block his way of travel or anything like on the sidewalk?
No, that's illegal to
No,
block
not at
a
all.
public sidewalk. So we will certainly bring to that officer.
So you didn't try to do that?
No, of course not.
It's just a
No.
little fat.
And I was,
but-
as a matter of fact, extremely polite about the whole thing, and I apologize. You can listen to me apologize to him if you'd like. It was just a simple little accident, and he said, oh, I'm having pains in my chest now. I mean, it was pretty ludicrous.
Sorry for the call, officer. Okay.
Yeah, we hate to, drag you all out for this, but...
If we just want him from coming back, I mean, I feel threatened. I mean, I have a job to do there.
Right, I understand that. I mean, they have a right to be on the sidewalk,
Right.
because it is public property, and they have a right to picket, But as long as they're not blocking the sidewalk, like you said,
Sure.
the other guy said they weren't blocking the sidewalk. I don't know.
Right, just
'cause I
that
didn't
this
even
is
see anybody.
No, I know for a
I
fact they
just-
surround me.
I
and wouldn't allow
I
me to
personally
walk.
want to have a
When I
record of
commented on
everything
it,
that happens.
Well, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to document it in our police log that we spoke with you two gentlemen on
Okay.
the matter of a picket situation.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And basically, it's his word against your word and your word against his. Okay. Because it's really, if anything, it's a misdemeanor. Okay. But it's not even that.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the future, I just suggest stay out of each other's way, so that nothing else escalates any further.
I
you know
had
what
no
mean?
problem with that, except he was putting himself in my way without me knowing it. I mean, he was hiding behind
I just
me.
felt unlawfully detained by this individual.
Okay.
I did. I felt like I could not leave when he surrounded me with his two partners. And at that point, I had to back into a little corner on the wall, and they were standing around me after this guy walked into me. And he clearly saw me beforehand. He is lying. And I never said my chest hurt. He walked into me. He's a big man. He walked right into me. He continued to move over me and plow over me. And I had to move against the wall, and he continued. And he admitted that he touched me. He made contact with me. Just prior to that, he was walking my direction, and he turned around and had an accident. But it's like I felt like I couldn't go anywhere. I felt like this individual moved into me intentionally, and he could have apologized or something. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry for, touching you." Well, it was more than just touching you. He walked over me. He walked into my shoes. He went like this. And it wasn't exactly just a casual walkover. And I feel, you know, it's just more than just a guy hanging outside of our property protesting. This guy, I feel like he's targeting me because I've never met him before. I have no idea who he is. And why would they surround me? Why would they film me?
His purpose is what? Just to film the event?
Just to have a record of the protest, because they try to pull things like this. And if we didn't have a camera rolling, they could accuse me of assault and we wouldn't know it.
He's probably got it on record where he and his partners held me from walking away. And they kept me in a little area for at least 10 seconds, and I said, hey, you know, and I tried to get out of there. He's probably got it on record. And that is unlawful detainment. If I felt at any point in time I could not go anywhere.
Yeah, but again, like I said, it's kind of like your word against his.
That's right.
That's the only thing. But, so...
Well, can I talk to, you know, supervisors so they tell him to stay away from me for at least the rest of the day or something? So I can go to work and not feel
I won't agree
threatened
to
by
that.
him?
I won't come near you the rest of the day.
Are you guys basically done with your picket situation? Or?
We'll stay away from him. We'll make sure that we don't go near his location. If he follows us around, I'll try my darndest.
I
mean, he followed me here.
Of course I did. You threatened me to some degree. I felt threatened by you. This individual, that individual, and the guy sitting in there all stood around me as tight as this, and I couldn't go anywhere.
I think you'll find that we at no point threatened him. We're, you know, just peacefully protesting.
So, this is what I'm talking about. I'm a Scientologist. You see that shirt? What does that mean? It can be interpreted two different ways. I'm being surrounded by these guys. I can't go anywhere. One of them's in my face with a camera.
But though, I mean, even that T-shirt, I mean, it's like
they are
he has
he
can put anything. He could put LAPD sucks on his T-shirt, and
You're
I can't do anything. I mean, I'll look at it and laugh at it.
You're right.
You know,
but once they start walking into you, once they start surrounding you on a public sidewalk, now we're crossing lines.
Wait, where did we get this surrounding him on a public sidewalk?
It's escalating. We unlawfully detain him for 10 seconds.
Let me off.
Right.
He didn't know this.
You're right. Does TV doesn't around here anymore?
49.
You guys are gonna agree with the same.
49 Council Incident 2110 697
Celebrity Center.
I mean, he's agreeing that they're not going to come around you. They won't contact you or anything.
Can I get some information on him? Because I do want to file a restraining order in the court tomorrow.
A restraining order?
Yes. I don't know who he is. I think he's personally targeting me. If he's not part of the protest,
this is just a way
for
for them to find out who I am so that they can target me for harassment. But, you know.
No. I think everything's cool. Is everything all right, officer?
What they do is anyone who criticizes them, they automatically say is a criminal, and they have to dig out their crimes.
I'm basically here just so make everyone happy.
That.
So no one gets in a fight and no one has to go to jail. That's
right, guys. I appreciate it.
I agree with that.
Everything's sorted out, so let's just get
It is sorted out. We'll just stay away from him. We'll, you know.
All right.
That's all we ask.
That's okay.
All right, officer.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Take it easy. Be good.
Now, the police officer who originally told me to turn off the camera pulls me aside to talk to me personally.
Okay, thank you. What's your name? My name's
Bunker?
Yeah.
B-U-N.
I turn off the camera while I'm talking to the officer. This officer then tells me to turn the camera back on because our friend has changed his story so many times.
Was that he just bumped into you and it was an accident, so because we asked him what happened, he said you were recording and bumped into him, but then as we were going further in the story, elaborated a little more, but
This is the way they are.
well, just as long as you meet them,
They force an incident so that they can file a report and then be able to call me a criminal.
well,
And
just
then
as long as you meet
get
him,
a
no
restraining
harm, and
order.
you don't go back, and you don't block his way, or you don't target him, because then it does become a arrest.
Our plan.
Rampart units 2X22, 2X22, code 30 Adam, 1710 Cordova Street, 1710 Cordova Street at Superior Togs. Alarm company.